Hey guys, it's me Kate again. So this video will be my November book haul. We are right here because I didn't feel like pulling out my tripod for only this video, and uh, I still haven't charged my camera, so I'm filming this on my phone. So most of these books I bought in November because there was Interliber, which is a book festival happening in Zagreb, and some bookshops had in-store discounts for some books. And I also have, in this particular bookstore that I go to, I have a loyalty card, and I don't know how it's called in English. In the UK or US we call it loyalty card, which gives you either points that you could use for discount, or you just get it for a discount. And I have credit cards 10% discount off on my entire purchase of both books and stationery they have. So I only have two books that I bought prior to the month of November, but I didn't feel like making a book haul just for two books. So the first one is The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. So in this one we're following a group of six magicians who are invited to join the Alexandrian Society, but only five of them can make it to the next stage, and it's them trying to get to all of that. And also we have Tower of Dawn, which is sixth book in Throne of Glass series, in which are following an assassin named Selena Sardotian, who prior to the events of the first book was captured and is working as a slave in salt mines, up until the captain of King's Guard comes and takes her to the crown prince, who offers her to be his champion in this fight to become king's assassin, and stuff goes from there. I still haven't read this one, but I will. And now we are going into November stuff. I don't think they are going in right order, but first we have Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. I don't know what this is about. I only know it's a classic, and what says on the back, and that's there's some treasure hunt going on. So yeah, I don't know really much of anything. And we have The Great Gatsby by S. Scott Fitzgerald, which is another classic set in 1920s, if I remember correctly. And I literally know nothing about it. I know that it's like really well known. There's even a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio based on this book. And on the back it says, Jay Gatsby, self-made man famed for his descendant champagne drenched pastries, despite being surrounded by Long Island's bright and beautiful, he longs only for Daisy Buckman. In shimmering pose, Fitzgerald shows Gatsby pursue his dream to its tragic conclusion, and I literally know nothing about it, even from the back. And then the next thing is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. And as far as I remember, this deals with this guy, Dr. Jekyll, who has other personality, which is Mr. Hyde. I'll be back in a sec. So I was talking about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and I'm calling it as like it's a manga. So I don't know that Mr. Hyde is other identity of Dr. Jekyll and not nothing else, and there and it's literally blurred by Arthur Conan Doyle on the back, and Arthur Conan Doyle is author of Sherlock Holmes. And on the back it says, how thin is the line between good and evil? Dr. Jekyll has been experimenting with his identity. He has developed a drug which separates the two sides of his nature and allows him to occasionally abandon himself to his most corrupt inclination as the monstrous Mr. Hyde. But gradually he begins to find that the journey back to goodness becomes more and more difficult, and the risk that Mr. Hyde will break free entirely from Dr. Jekyll's control puts all of London in grave peril. Again, it tells me nothing about what is happening in the book itself. And then we have Storm Sisters by Michelle Harrison, which is the fourth book in Venusian Sisters series, a Pinch of Magic series, in which are following three sisters, Charlie, Betty, and Fliss, whose family is cursed, so the female members of the family can't leave the island they live on, but that doesn't sit well with middle sister Betty, who decides to break the curse so they can go from the island, because Betty just wants to have an adventure. And of course, not everything goes as planned along the way. Then we have another middle grade book, and it's Wondersmith, The Calling of Morgan Crow, which is it the second book? Yeah, it doesn't say. But I think it's the second book. 2018. Yeah, the second book in Nevermore series, in which we're following Morgan Crow, who is cursed to die on her 11th birthday, but in her town there is this ceremony where all 11-year-olds get beaten by potential employers, and then go on to become apprentices to those people. And Morgan Crow is actually beaten by this guy named Jupiter Lord, who whisks her away to Nevermore, where he enrolls her into this tournament to become part of Wondrous Society. And then I also bought Hollow Box, The Hunt for Morgan Crow, which is, I believe, third book in Nevermore series. I swear I have only 4 more books to talk about. Then we have Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, the complete screenplay. It was a little bit expensive because it's a hardcover, but I have the other two also in hardcover, so I only don't like that they changed the covers from the other two. I like the other two's covers better, but it's just my opinion. And I bought Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, this Creation Edition, and it was quite expensive, I'll tell you that. And it's also the brick of the book. So this is their book in the Farseer trilogy, in which are following Fitz, who at the age of 6 is left by his maternal grandfather at the doorstep of the keep for his father, the crown prince, to raise him. But when his father hears that his bastard son is coming to him, he abdicates the throne and goes to live in the countryside, which leaves Fitz in this awkward situation when he is mostly raised by the stable master Burek, until the king decides until a certain age, when the king decides he will be a good royal assassin, and he goes on the journey to become a royal assassin. And then we only have 2 more books. Then the next book is it's second for me to find the original title. A Book of Spells by I don't know whom, but it's like children's book all about spells, and it's this way. And you know, if you watched my if you watched my earlier videos, you know that I have a similar book about ancient Egypt. So, and then the last book that I got is this one. Let me just see how it's called in original. Sacred Places, which is by Rebecca Hind. This was really discounted at Internet Libre. So this is all about sacred places around the world. So we have Americas, Europe, Asia, Africa, all around the world. And this is the dust jacket. I look at the end papers in the book. And the book under the dust jacket is just the same as on the dust jacket. And let me just show you one of the photographs. It have Machu Picchu. So, and then we have about it, and it's called book that way. Let me just show you some other stuff. This still Americas. Let me just show you from some other like continents. But something that's a little bit more well known. Cathedral Notre Dame. So and then we'll go into what's it? Africa and the Middle East. Oh, the Sun City of Petra, which is actually in this. The whole city is carved into the stone. It's really nice. And so we have Bethlehem. So the mosque in Damascus, Syria. It's really fun because I'm actually studying history in university, so I think this is the most famous picture ever, the pyramids of Giza. Even though this is a weird picture because Khufu's pyramid doesn't look like it's the biggest, but it is actually the biggest, this last one. And they go biggest, middle, the smallest. So what else? Let's go into Asia. Uzbekistan. Oh, the river Ganges, the sacred river of Hindus. I don't know what the hell this is. And now we're going, I cannot find anything else in Asia. Let's go to Australia and I think everybody knows what this is, and it's a really nice picture. That's I think that everybody knows the statues of Eastern Island. Don't try and make me pronounce their names. And it's great because it has like for example, river Ganges, and then you have where on which pages it is mentioned, and you also have the a list of books that you can read afterwards and stuff like that at the end of the book, which some of these things you actually have to have if you're making something like this, especially if you have a lot of books. That's it for this video. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. Down below have my social media, my email, and some other stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.